Satan has endorsed what he wants to do. He's commissioned him. He says Ammon holds the key to basically opening the apocalypse. And this is all a great boost of his own ego and his own mission, that he is now going to be initiating the apocalypse. Now, this whole season in 2024 is called Initiating the Apocalypse. And he has taught that the apocalypse can't happen until the theriac is found. And once we've got the dote and antidote, there will be these group of people who are going to be basically superhuman, able to be in the void, able to command demons. I didn't quite get the clip for that one in time, but there's a lot that he believes that the people that go through the initiation end up as oracles, ends up as people that see outside of time, and they can see the future, and they can guide governments, and they can rule the world. That's his whole thing, that they will be behind this new utopian dream that he has of the world returning to that type of Athenian democracy where priestess oracles are consulted, and they will give the right advice, and there will be without the monism and all the restrictions and the prudishness. So that's part of what that's about.
We bring honor to the house of dawn.
Right, we'll move on.
People, keep this scientific. We don't care about ideas. We don't care about values. We don't care about morals. We care about evidence. That's it. We are scientists of the purest strain. I will wash that dark blood right out of you. I'll bring it right out of you. It's a purgation.
Yeah, notice purgation, all that, having morality, having values, having the things that are restraining your natural urges, he wants to purge, he wants to get rid of.
And I think that's why we need the antidote, right? That Antichrist is an antidote, and it really is. It really is a knowledge. That's how it's represented in the text. You know what the big enemy is? The mystery. And if people learn what the mystery is, that will bring the end of the world. That knowledge will bring the end. I think it's gorgeous. I think people need to realize, at least to know this historically, that your ancestors, right, were doing a rite. They would push you into death and then bring you back in order that you may lose or might lose your fear of death. And they all walk around afterwards saying, oh God, I'm born again, right? So maybe, Danny, is it possible that there's something out there naturally that we should be doing to reach the other side and get pulled back and realize, oh, this is what it's all about? So it clicks and it makes sense. I don't know. You want to go join a mystery somewhere?
Yeah, I do want to join a mystery. I just I got scared. I'm reading Ruck's book, the one you sent me. And he was saying in the book that a lot of people actually died when they were doing the Eleusinian rituals, when they were practicing those rituals. A lot of them would accidentally overdose, and it happened a lot. That's so why I would make sure we have to get the dose right. I'm a lightweight.
No, that's why they have so much antidote literature, right? We got to do this right, man. Whoever's coming up with the formula and stuff, those people have to be straight on. And we're going to lose a few people in the process. Every once in a while, the oracle, while she's sitting there prophesying.
Right. I will quickly talk about the other guest there. That is Danny Jones, who runs the Concrete podcast. And he did a very high-profile, long interview with Ammon. And because of his clientele, Ammon's numbers have just shot up. He's really hit the big time with getting Danny on board. And then he invited Danny to come onto his show as well. But really, since the Danny Jones podcast in May of this year, his numbers are increasing incredibly. But did you notice he was saying whoever's coming up with these antidotes, he's working on them. And I suppose I can slip it in here. If one of the sister podcasts or sister channels called, I think this one was actually on Occult exploration society or drawing down the stars, but they host together. Two of his people host together. And this particular show is called V is for Venom, and it was shown in December of 23. And he's interviewing a toxinologist and another medical doctor. And they were very seriously talking about the effect of venoms on the body, and the toxinologist was very almost jokingly together, the two of them. When are we going to get the labs? How are we going to do this? Will it work just on rats? And, it's got to be not just cell culture. And there was a lot of chatter going on. And there was this sort of a call to, well, what about the morality of it? Because this is your children you're looking at. And it was said, oh, well, we'll have to basically go somewhere where it's, it's not as strict. So he said, well, maybe Brazil. So that was thrown out there. And I'm not at liberty to say some other things, but there was...
Let me interject, because you mentioned the puberty blockers having some connection, or that this drug is a puberty blocker. Somebody has commented in the chat, part of Ammon's CV was working in a lab isolating a hormone in sheep's brains which delays puberty. I don't know if you knew about that.
Yes, I did.
I'm sure you know that puberty blockers is part of the transgender transitioning program. So it seems as well. Is there a connection? Is there a connection?
There may be. It's for Ammon in the operation of the mystery. He wants to keep the children at the budding stage and not actually going through puberty. So having a puberty blocker, apparently, which is in this mixture of venoms and of various herbals, and I don't know what it is, and I don't think he knows what they are. But this is what he is asking his the graduates from his Greek course. They are helping him with translation, and he's searching the texts for clues to what these other venoms are, what these other herbs are, what these other ingredients are.
If we're going to get into dialogue, I mean, hopefully soon, but I can hardly see you now. Can we finish the clip, and then you can end the screen share and we can continue?
Okay, sure.
Don't you want to go? People, do you know what we have to offer? We can take you into this temple. We can put you into a death state using an erotic drug right. And then we can bring you out. And when you come out, you will not be the same. You will have gone to the furthest reaches. You will have gone through the dark star. Yeah, that's the physics. To the actuality of which we are the reflection. That's how they refer to, not me. And I know the guys at MIT are saying something similar now, right? That we're the reflection through the event horizon. Cool, right? Whatever the physics and how you describe them. This is what I can offer you people. Who wants to join the mystery? We don't care what your philosophy is beforehand. No, doesn't matter. We don't care what you've studied or haven't studied. We don't care about any of that, right? All you've got to do is walk through the initiation. We'll get you there, and you will be born again. You will be born again. The only way we're going to get there is through her, because you have to have the water of life. Do you understand? You have to have the aqua vitae. If you do not, you cannot bring somebody back from the dead.
What I would like to announce is the opening of a new temple. And that temple is everything. Omnia. Omnia is coming. The little twist in tonight is that Omnia is coming. Mr. Shadow has descended and has given us the go-ahead to create, via his architecture, via his design, to create what will be the new museum. A place where you can come, where you can see that reality. Not a dead, stale place of exhibits, right? Not a place where somebody is going to put up some modules and charge you $5.95 for their terrible opinion, which is inevitably wrong, right, Chewie? Right? No, a non-profit. And this is one of Omnia's core values. None of this is for profit's sake. None of it. We preserve a sacred space for our history. We bring that from the ether. Omnia will bring an experience, a place for you to come, a place for the world to come and to partake of that mystery. Our goal is nothing less than the continuation, the reestablishment, and the continuation of that mystery. And you'll find it in the concrete, not in personality, not in cult. You'll find it in the concrete. It should be a place for you to come where you can explore a pathway that perhaps you wouldn't have explored before, that you can take something from those of you that have been left behind, those of us who have fallen before us. Time to raise them up and to restore classical civilization. A time for us to reset the clock and to bring back those very powers that governed a world that created democracy. Those powers. It's our task to bring back Sophia. It is our holy, holy responsibility to bring back Sophia. This will be Omnia. The classes are coming. Let's get serious. The classes are coming, and I'll have the platform up and going. And then we can figure out the way to farm an army, a Renaissance army. For those of you who have the call, you can feel it, right? People write to me, they're like, I feel it. I feel the call, right? It's something's pulling me, right? You may have seen something, a little serendipitous. These people are usually talking about serendipity. Yes. Yes, what is that? The verb is epiaste. The therion is uncovered. The therion is discovered. It doesn't say something about a brr. It says at this time, the theriac is uncovered. Look at the next. Give me just so they can see it straight out of the Victorians. Something that is determined, right? The theriac is unveiled. Yeah.
I'll just interrupt there. The theriac is basically the antidote.
Isn't that nice? Because once we have the theriac, we've got the beast. And what does the beast hold up? As you all know in Satanic Congregation, she who has the cup. Yeah, fantastic.
And that's taken from the beast. Theron is the Greek word, but he's put theriac into theron. And the beast carries the Scarlet Lady. The beast is carrying Lady Babylon. Okay, with her cup.
Fantastic. You cannot take these compound poisons of communion that allow you to enter death unless you also have a theriac with it, unless you're carried by the beast. That's how it works. Look, here at Ammon Core, we're going to send you there and back. You are explorers. You're going to go there. And where is there? There is beyond the dark star. You'll come back and you'll fill us in. You'll then know what is beyond, and you won't fear death anymore. Yeah, isn't that nice? It's a side effect of this whole process. So welcome to Ammon.
Right, I'll stop there. I think you've gathered what his vision is there.
Can you unscreen share?
Yeah, sorry. I will stop sharing. Right.
Right. What's he got written on the side of his head? He's shaking his head. I've been shaking my head.
Yeah. He's got, I'm trying to put it on this side, he's got Medea in Greek. Yeah. And on this side, he's got Medea in the old Mycenaean script.
Okay. What's he got written on his chest?
I don't know what's on his chest, but if he ever shows this arm, that has on it greed stains your soul with the stench of ruin, which is overquote. Okay.
I probably saw the Martin Scorsese version of Cape Fear, One Time Too Many. How much of a Crowleyite is he? Like, how open is he about being a Crowleyite and following Crowley and trying to finish Crowley work? Is that up front or is it not?
Well, one thing I haven't said yet is that there are two levels of the Lady Babylon. In April of 23, he opened a private server, which is invitation only for really the ones that he handpicks that he thinks are going to be loyal and really 100% with him. The lower level